So in this tutorial, we're going to go over something called Live View. Now, Live View is a feature in the PantheonOS platform that can allow you to view your data and interact with your data. So I'll provide a very simple example here. So I've attached the PDB file of DNA human topoisomerase in complex with a 22 base pair DNA strand. And I'll just give PantheonOS a very, very simple command. I'll say visualize. Now, there are a couple of key phrases in this prompt that will essentially bring up live view. So the first is saying visualize. So I'm basically, by saying visualize, I am telling the PantheonOS platform, hey, I want to be able to view this data. Normally, if you just say visualize and then you just tell the platform what the data is, or you say visualize this file, it will bring up live view, it will invoke live view on its own. But just to be safe, at the end of the prompt, I also just say using live view, so that the platform will definitely bring up live view and will definitely invoke it. And so if I just enter this prompt, now the agent is immediately telling me that I can view the complex in timeline. So if I click view in timeline, wait for it to load. This is a larger PDB file, so it might take a little bit of time. So now that we have this live view up and running, let's look at kind of what we can do with this. So obviously we can move around the structure, interact with it. I can click on a residue. But if I go to the top right of this live view, there are different options that will allow me to interact with this more. So obviously first, the reset button will take you back to the original view. You can customize the live view with this option, the edit option here. It's 3 bars with little lines in them. It's the settings. And you can play around with some of the settings here to play around with live view itself and just the GUI. And you can also edit the structure itself and play around with the protein structure, which is very interactive. So if you go, the icon looks like a wrench. If you click on it, you can see how you can play around with the protein structure, make measurements. You can really do everything with an interactive live view. And this doesn't just go for protein structure, this can go for any data set. If you simply attach different files and then you tell PantheonOS, hey, visualize this data set, obviously you can specify exactly what kind of visuals you want to see, whether it's specific graphs or whether it's, for example, in the case of single cell genomics, you can tell PantheonOS, hey, visualize this data by giving me a properly dimensionally reduced UMAP. Or you could just say visualize this data using live view. You can invoke live view as generally as you want, as specific as you want, but live view allows you to really interact with your data and be able to see your data no matter what it is, whether it's structural biology, whether it's single cell genomics, really whatever it is. And so that was just a brief overview of the live view feature on PantheonOS. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.